Hey guys, welcome to Yael TV's very first ever Yael In Bed. I have lovely guests in bed with me.
Yeah.
Mädchen Amick.
Hello.
Mina Tobias.
Hey.
Welcome, ladies. We're just going to get real comfy and chat.
Let's
and
do
bed.
it.
Amazing.
Okay,
I'm
so...
appreciating all of the turquoise.
Oh, good.
Turquoise nails, turquoise bedding, turquoise clothes.
We thought
look
this
at
through.
us.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about it.
No. But we knew.
We knew.
We knew.
It's a collective female strength
I love it.
in this day and age right now.
You really just want to talk politics.
Oh, no, I'm good.
She's just starting it right away.
Ooh. Well, we're not going to talk politics.
Okay.
But we
Fair
are going
enough.
to talk about the two of you. Because you are not only a mother-daughter team, but you work together.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's talk about Kings and Queens. Because Mina and I talked about this music video. You crowdfunded it. And you got the money and you made this video. And Mädchen, it was your directorial debut.
It was! I'm so excited.
So let's talk about making this music video. What was that process like? Did you kill each other?
No.
We didn't. We really
No.
didn't. Yeah, you start.
First of all, thank you for supporting
Of
both of us from the very beginning. Because
course.
you have
Really
been there.
appreciate
She
It's
came
day
out
one.
to Mina's first LA performance.
That's right, yeah.
Was that your first LA performance?
Yeah, I had just graduated, and that was the first
Wow.
one I booked.
Yeah.
Well, I was so honored to be there. You were
It was fun.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But so Mina started funding in what, November?
November of last year, yeah.
So it's been a year
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
And she had a team in place, and it's just scheduling and concepts and all that stuff that goes in to like the brainstorming of a video. And I think Mina just sort of got like, oh, this isn't moving in the way I want it to.
Mhm.
So then I was actually up in Vancouver filming Riverdale, the pilot for Riverdale. And she just was like, Mom, you've been saying that you want to direct. Will you please just direct Kings and Queens?
Wow.
And I was like, thank you. Yes. And so
And
she
Wait,
kind
you
of
weren't
kicked me in the
nervous?
butt.
You weren't nervous?
No, so I was looking everywhere for a director and just trying to figure out how I would revamp the video. And my dad talked to me, and he's like, okay, so your mom will never ask you or bring it up because she doesn't want to impose herself on you, but why don't you just have her direct it? She's been wanting to direct for forever, and you guys work well together. And I was like, I didn't know she would want to direct it. So then I called her, and I was like, do you want to do it? She was like, oh my god, I thought you never asked. so my dad made it happen.
I grew up a huge music video fan. Like, I was a teenager when MTV jumped off, right?
When
And it
there were
became-
music videos
when there
on
were
MTV.
real, like, music videos and stories, and you got to see the artists, and so I grew up in that, like, it was just such a magical time, I think, in music. It really changed. It let us see artists, and then at the same time, you got to make these little movies and these little stories. So that's always been my love. So when she asked me, I said, and I asked her, I said, so where are you at this point with the story? Just share it with me, and then I'll see what I can bring to it. And she said, no, I'm not going to tell you what we've come up with. I want you to take a fresh look at it and come up with your own story. And I was like, huh. So I think it was that night. I was in the hotel room. It was late at night. I was done filming. It was completely dark, and I literally just put in the earbuds and listened to it, and I just sort of let the story kind of tell me what it wanted to do. So then I typed up like a rough draft, and I sent it to her. And
The next day.
and she was like, wow, like, you really,
Yeah.
I love your take on it. So
Well, how different was it from your take on it?
yeah.
Wait,
She
she never showed
She
you?
still hasn't told me what they have
So you have no idea. It could have
No.
been something completely different, and she was like, all right, I guess we're going with this.
Maybe.
It was definitely very different. It was more conceptual. It was more of a story. Like the other concept that we had was more like music video. Like you're in a club, you're like just very straightforward, which was cool. We were gonna do it like shoot it a little bit different. And then the fact that you created this story in these different worlds was something that was more my style, I think. So I was really happy that you came up with that. But yeah, it was very different.
Well, the good news is I already have the link in the description below. So if you're watching live, go to the description
watch
below.
it.
You can watch. Well, don't do it now. We're
No,
talking.
wait till
Yeah.
we're
In
done.
a little bit.
But it's there. It's there, guys. I put it there. Which is so exciting because I love this music video. It's so beautiful. Where did you guys shoot it?
We had 2 locations. So I went with a photographer friend of mine, Daniel's wife, Katie, who's a model,
Wait, Daniel has
photographer.
a wife?
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks.
She's
All right.
beautiful and amazing and talented.
Yeah, she's
So
kind of the best.
she really helped
Great,
me.
thank you.
So
Whatever.
she has all these great photography studios that I was like, look, we're on the cheap here. We need to find something creative for a little money, and so she suggested a different place, and so then I started location scouting, and then when I felt like I found a good location, I brought Mina to sort of give her stamp of approval.
Yeah.
So it was FD Studios. That's a great photography studio downtown LA, and then our club and our alley was Koreatown at a place called Monk Space, and that's another great space. I want to give them both a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We like to shout out spaces. Today we're using my bedroom, so because we also are on a budget here.
Yes.
So I understand.
Hey,
We
you
get
know
it.
what?
Yeah.
It's doing it from the ground up.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Nobody hands it to you.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about Riverdale because,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, you were shooting the pilot, and
Yeah.
now the show's been picked up, and we're so excited for it.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah. So you were just there last week, I believe.
I was just there
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Also. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
How many episodes have been shot?
We are halfway through our 7th episode.
Oh wow.
And we're slated for 13. But, there's always good little rumors that we could do more. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah. And when is the season starting?
We don't have an official air date. I don't know. I've heard late January. Now I'm hearing February, March. I mean, I have actually no idea.
Okay.
So
But
they'll
we're
let us
thinking
know.
winter, spring, not summer.
No, definitely not summer. Definitely like when the news shows like after the holidays start to come in, like mid-season
Mid-season,
replacements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
It's really
Yeah.
good. It's really, really good.
How
We're
many
proud of it.
times, Mina, do you get to go to the sets? Because I feel like you've been at every show, right? You were
Yeah,
at Twin
pretty
Peaks,
much.
you were at Witches of East End,
Yeah.
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl.
I've grown up always wanting to visit sets. I like the behind the scenes the most, so I always like to sit behind the director and sit behind the producers and the craft service table and
Yeah.
It's
an important place to be.
For sure.
and like hair and makeup trailers is where I basically have lived. So I just try to learn from them. It's just I find it all very exciting.
That's why you're so good at your hair and makeup.
I know, right?
Thank you very much. No, it's from years of sitting in the trailer while she's making out with somebody, and I have to sit there and not watch.
That took me a second.
Did it
You're
take
like,
a second?
"Whoa, what?"
Yeah, it's a disturbing
It-
childhood.
It seems like I get characters that seem to always be making out with somebody, and
So-
the kids would never be allowed on set when that happened.
Go to the trailer.
So
Wait,
then
you
they'd
wouldn't
be
allow-
hanging out.
you
No,
would-
they can't
'cause
watch
you
me
wouldn't-
kiss somebody else.
You wouldn't allow it, but like it was allowed.
It was uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah.
So,
It was not
I
allowed
was like, I will go to hair and makeup.
for me.
That's so
Plus,
funny.
like when you're doing those kind of scenes, like you don't want your husband there or your kids there, not only for yourself but for the other actor. Like it makes them very nervous.
Well, I wish I was an actor just so I could make out with people. Like that's what I really. I'm not an actor, and I think the only reason I want to is so that I could just constantly make out with people, and I would bring my
Sometimes it's
family
somebody
to
you
watch.
don't want to make out with.
You've had to make out with someone you didn't want to make out with.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to talk about
We're not.
that?
Yeah, not the push.
No.
Just an interesting thing to note. Interesting. I want to talk a little bit about Twin Peaks also.
Yes.
Um,
I can finally admit it.
okay, so tell
I'm
us.
so excited.
Tell us everything you are allowed to tell us.
That we're shooting another episode of Twin Peaks and I'm in it.
That's huge. Huge right there. Huge. When are you shooting? When is it airing? When can we see it?
We've already shot it.
Okay, great.
Weirdly, it's been just over a year from when we started shooting it.
Okay.
We started in October of last year, and then it took us to about April to film the whole thing. And now David is literally just in his gorgeous movie theater studio, and he's assembling it, and he's doing the music, and he's doing everything. And Showtime is, of course, chomping at the bit to try to figure out when is it going to be done. So we release it.
Are we getting one big episode? Are we getting a season? Are we getting a mini series? Are we
Let's
getting a movie? What are we getting?
You know, it depends on what. Here's the thing that David Lynch always says. He goes, "It will tell me what it wants to be.
Okay.
It will tell me when it's done. It will tell me when the music's done."
So it hasn't told
But-
him yet
It's
anything.
But
It's not
I
speaking.
believe I can. I think they've already officially talked about this, but it is going to be. It was shot as one long movie,
Mhm.
and then they're going to chop it up into, and like an hour episode.
Okay.
That'll be, and I think they're purposely not going to release everything into one big streaming. And I think so because I heard Mark Frost basically say like we have to be responsible with what we release. We have to.
He's
I
gonna
like,
ruin
I
people's
like
lives.
to binge. Everybody wants to just sit
I
and
know.
watch
I
it
don't
all.
think people are going to be able to handle this all in one sit down.
Oh, that's great. That's so great.
It's mind blowing. And I only got to see some stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody only kind of got to see what they were involved in. But then, you just kind of like piece together a few things here and there. And you just it's just mind blowing.
I'm so excited. And Mina, I know that you went to the festival and you got to sing the theme song, right?
At the UK one?
Yeah.
So at the UK one, I did my own music, and then Julie Cruz did the theme song. So I opened for her. And then we went to the Festive Disruption, and I didn't sing, but like they were doing a theme song there with David's muses and stuff, which was really cool.
So what are the chances, I'm throwing this out there because I want it to happen, that you will be singing in the new show?
In Twin Peaks?
Yeah, that her music
You have
will
to-
appear.
You have to wait and see if the universe wants that.
I want that. I don't care what the universe wants. I want that.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're putting it out into the universe.
You're putting it out to the universe.
Into the internet, and we want people to do it. Okay, I want to play a game.
Okay.
I came up with a game. I couldn't think of a good name for this game because I'm dumb. So we're calling it Who's Worse, which is a terrible name for a game.
That's actually, I'm interested.
Okay, good. So I want to know, I think I actually know the answer to this one. So who is worse at being on time?
Oh, dear.
So who's on time?
I think you know the answer to this.
And who's on diva time?
If you were to guess, who would you say?
Well, I know that Mina is on time.
Okay, so then she is, it's like almost a genetic thing that she can't be on time.
Who did I
If it's a
get?
genetic thing, then
Yeah,
you should have it.
It's a
Does your brother have
recessive gene. Yeah, my brother has it. I don't.
Ah.
And my dad is on time, so yeah, she's the one who's a little bit late. In fact, today I told her
Everybody always tries to trick me and say that something's happening like 15 minutes before it really is, but I'm already on to everybody.
Yeah.
So then...
Your call time was moved 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah, no, actually...
Because I knew.
On set...
Yeah, 12:35.
You saw it.
I did see it. Even on set, like, ADs have gotten to the point where they, like, bring me in a little bit early.
All right,
So-
that's okay.
Okay.
You're on diva time and you deserve it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he worked hard for it.
Okay. Who takes longer in the makeup chair?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Probably her because she's got way more hair.
Yeah. If we're talking hair as well,
Yeah.
then definitely me. It's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it takes. If I wanted to straighten my hair, it would take like an hour and a half.
How long is your hair? Like when it's straight?
It's very long,
Mm.
and there's just
Like
so much
butt
of it.
long?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. I tried to grow my hair. I failed.
And then you get to a point where you're like, no, it's
Yeah.
good.
I wanna get my hair down to here so that I can do the mermaid thing, but that means I need a lot of hair.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of work.
Yeah, because then you gotta be able to braid it. You need lots of extra hair.
Yeah. Okay, who eats more junk food?
I think I do.
think
She's
so?
always been a pretty. Although when you were younger, apparently you had a lot of junk.
Oh my
food.
gosh, when I was a teenager, I like survived off of 7-Eleven, the candy aisle, and chips, Funyuns, and Lick-a-Sticks. Do you remember Lick-a-Sticks?
No. What is a
Oh,
lick a
you're so
stick?
young.
Is that the like dipping? That you
Yeah.
like lick it and then you
You
dip
got
it
the
in the
little
chocolate?
chalky candy,
Yeah.
and you dip it
Okay,
in the
yes.
flavors.
They were called lick a
Bit of honey. Bit of honey was like, oh,
So like
that
the
was my
honey
jam.
sticks?
No, it's like it's a chewy honey nougat. Oh,
I don't
Should I-
actually. I don't know what you're.
Oh,
It
bit of
sounds- it
honey.
sounds good, though.
People,
Where
come
did you
on.
grow up?
You all know bit of honey.
Where did you
Reno,
grow up?
Nevada.
All right.
It all makes sense.
Makes a lot more sense. I was like,
Yeah.
these are not
These are
California
not
But
candies.
I got to a point when I moved to LA at 16, and then I think I was still pretty bad until probably when I got pregnant with these guys. 2021, and then I felt a little more responsible. Like, ooh, I think I need to think about what I put in my body now. And then I actually went complete organic, herbal, natural medicine, like the whole thing. Because I actually grew up in sort of traditional, old-fashioned, kind of throw antibiotics at everything. And I didn't have my own immune system, and so I was always getting sick, and always had like bronchitis, and then I would get pneumonia, and I finally was just like, why am I always sick? And then that's when I, like, light bulb went off. Oh, it's what you put in your body.
Yeah.
So then,
I ate all this crap.
why am I sick?
Yeah.
And then I went, like, full on, like, no antibiotics, no traditional medicine, just all natural stuff. And now I feel pretty good. I don't really get sick much anymore.
Oh.
So,
You're not a big junk fooder.
I'm generally like pretty
she
healthy.
eats clean, too.
I eat very clean, but my one thing, like I can do no bread, no carbs, like that kind of thing. But when it comes to sugar and like Reese's, that's an ice cream. That's like I'm very big on that. Yeah, that's
ice cream.
That's okay. No need for all.
Wow. It's a thing.
What flavor? What is your flavor?
Well, if you put Reese's in ice cream, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And cookie dough and then chocolate chip.
She'll take any kind of ice cream.
I will.
Interesting.
It's her Achilles
Well, you
heel.
can't judge. We
I
just
know.
heard about you.
No,
lived
it's like-
on-
I'm not judging in a bad way. I just am saying it's a thing with her.
But I've been trying to be better.
Okay. Who has the bigger shoe collection?
I do, because this one steals all my shoes. We literally just, I was
You guys
so
have the
mad
same
at
size
her
feet.
yesterday.
We do.
I came
Oh,
home
nice.
from Vancouver and she had taken my only pair of flip-flops. And I needed to walk to the store and it was really hot, so I had to wear these like wooden shoes.
May I just
And I
interject?
got splinters and I got
Why you
blisters.
have wooden shoes?
Well,
You know, like
that's
Dr.
the first
Scholl.
question.
Dr. Scholl wooden shoes, but they're not
I
walkable
don't.
shoes.
I don't know what that is.
They're there at the end of it.
Oh, okay. I'll check this out.
But-
At the end of the bed, we really are in a bed, guys. This is
We're
crazy.
really into bed.
But like, why do you only have one pair of flip flops? And you were gone, and I needed them. I was performing, and I'd only
She
had like
steals
my
all
boots.
my clothes, all my jewelry, all my shoes.
I give it.
And she doesn't ask. She just
Yeah, that's
takes
called
it.
that's stealing.
Yes.
That is stealing.
It wouldn't be stealing.
Do
Yeah.
you give it back though?
I'll give this back when I'm done.
My
I've had this
necklace,
for months.
my earrings.
This is mine.
That's yours.
Okay. I love it. I
She has
love
the bigger
it.
shoe collection.
Okay.
Because she doesn't need one because she has mine.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, she's a good mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she's saving money.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Who watches more TV?
I think I do.
Really?
Well, you stream Netflix.
I do a lot of Netflix. I just got through Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil, both seasons.
Yeah.
In
Okay,
like a
maybe
month.
she
Correct.
does.
Those are the correct things to
Here's the
watch.
thing: when I'm filming, I don't watch TV at all.
And you don't have cable up there right now.
And I
So-
don't
so
like.
win.
I will never turn on a TV in a hotel room, or I'll never like. I'm in a condo now, and I didn't even sign up for cable.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just
Well,
don't.
what do you do? What do you do with your free time?
Well, usually I'm either working or sleeping.
I was gonna say you sleeping.
But when I come home, then I like really like get caught up on everything.
Okay. So it's kind of a tie.
I guess we
Yeah.
go through phases.
I see.
Yeah.
Who's the better dancer?
I'm gonna say me.
I'm gonna say me.
Wow.
We're kind of competitive
We-
dancers.
Ooh, I think we have a dance off.
We have
the last
many
one we had
dance
was
off-
at
dances
was
off.
at Jenna's
Yes.
party, I think.
We
saw
have
Jenna
a
having a
major.
dance off. We're like, we can do that.
Okay, so between you guys and Jenna, who's a better dancer?
Oh,
I
Jenna.
think Jenna.
Jenna.
Gotta give her that one
For sure.
I guess.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit Channing. I mean, he's okay.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
Yeah,
Meh.
we'll see.
He's okay.
Yeah, we
We'll
will see it.
He might have it.
Did you guys
Future.
study dance at all? Because they did, right?
Yeah,
Like
they
trained.
definitely did,
They're
yeah.
I
trained
did.
dancers.
I did up until I left Reno at 16.
Okay.
I did when I was a lot younger. I did like flamenco and ballet and
Flamenco?
Yeah, she's actually a
So
good little flamenco dancer.
Right, like that's ballet, tap, flamenco.
I had the thing and the
Yeah.
it was fun.
Can you still flamenco a little?
I would like to think that I can. I haven't. No, it's
Flower
1, 2,
out.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Flower out.
Yep. So yes.
Okay. Who reads more?
I'm gonna say me.
Do you read?
Well, no, but no.
I'm gonna
But
be
you
real
read-
honest. On this bed, both of you read more than me, so you're
Well,
good.
you read scripts.
I read
So I
scripts,
feel like
and I write scripts now.
Oh, so you're now writing, directing, acting,
Producing.
producing. Oh crap! You're just gonna take over.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
She's gonna be everywhere. She's gonna be too powerful.
The next thing's running a network. I have that on my list too. I have a good bucket list.
And you're like really just like diving into it.
Well, I mean, it took me long enough.
Yeah.
I'm 45.
You are
Why
now
did it-
45.
Why did it take me so long?
That's so cute that you think you're 45.
I am.
That's really adorable.
Yeah.
She's an old soul.
Well, because I know that you two get mistaken for sisters all the time.
Yes, which she loves.
Of course.
Everyone keeps saying that.
You don't mind.
What I don't
mind
love
either.
is I get mistaken for my son's girlfriend. That's not cool.
Well, I
Ugh,
got
no.
mistaken for my father's girlfriend, so
Oh.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
No,
Yeah.
it's weird. But it's flattering, I guess, for you, not for me.
Yeah.
Your way's a little more
It's a
flattering.
little. Oh, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
except you're the hot. You're the hot young.
Yeah, but I'd like to think I could do better.
Okay.
I'd like to
Fair
think
enough.
that, yeah.
Fair enough.
Good conversation.
Yeah. Who spends more time on social media? Because you're both very active on social media.
I would say that we're even because we kind of do a lot of joint stuff, especially since the video. We've had to like kick it up a bit. I think I might spend a little bit more time like scrolling through and stalking people. I don't know if you do that as much.
No, and I don't have Snapchat.
Mhm.
I just moonlight on her Snapchat. It's fun.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to commit.
You're still on Snapchat.
I am.
Okay.
I haven't been posting as much because I've been distracted by the Instagram
Right.
Snap story.
Is that
I need
what's
to get back.
more exciting right now?
I don't
Insta
know.
story?
Once Instagram stories came in, I gave up on Snapchat.
You
I'm
did?
just gonna do Instagram stories, so I don't have to have another app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And as soon as Instagram stories starts doing the filters the way that Snapchat does, Snapchat's dead.
yeah,
True.
exactly.
So they really
Which
should
is,
just
but
get on
can
it.
they
Yeah.
do that? Can they do the thing that has all the cute little stuff
I'm sure
that
I'm
pops
sure.
up?
I'm sure
Yeah.
they're working through that.
Yeah, I'm sure they've been
Take
working on
over.
it since they
Yeah.
Because
started.
I would hope Snapchat protected themselves, you know, and patent that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
There's always a way around.
Somebody who works at Snapchat. Let us
Let us know.
Curious.
Curious minds want to know.
I just
For
always,
David Letterman
I've always
right now.
wanted to do that. Okay, who takes more selfies?
You do.
Do I?
Yes. I think. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty even
Oh,
with the amount that I see. So I do
Tie.
stalk both of you.
I'm gonna
Tie.
say it's a tie.
Yeah.
Who's a better driver?
Me. I get angry, but I'm still a
She,
bitch.
I've just been talking to her recently about she's turned into an angry LA driver,
It happens.
I hit the year mark, and it's just
and it's aggressive. And so, like yesterday, she was going to an event and she was late and she had forgotten something, and I just was like, "Drive safe."
But I'm
Because
I'm a good driver.
She's a very good driver, but it's an aggressive driver.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
Which
that's
you
fair.
kind of have to be here.
Yeah.
Don't give her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
reason.
No, but it is true. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I parallel park way better than you.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Oh, you really got to learn how to do that.
I'm good, but she's like
I'm
one take.
I'm
to
weirdly good.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
But I think it's because my dad taught me to drive at an early age in a Ford truck with a camper on it.
Mhm.
So I was like, it's almost like learning how to parallel park with a semi truck.
Yeah.
So
I have a-
everything beyond that's been really super easy.
I have a friend, and we always agreed she was the best parker because she drove a Suburban,
Yeah.
and we all drove
Little
middle-sized
things.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, we lived in San Francisco for a little while, and you have to be.
Mhm.
You got to squeeze into the tiniest little spaces.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. My last question is which Gilmore Girl character? I'm going to say all the characters because I'm not one of the Gilmore Girls, but I know which character I would most identify with. Not the one you played,
Why not?
unless you most identify with her.
No. She's misunderstood.
Okay.
She wasn't that bad, was she? Was she pretty bad?
I recently
even
just
remember.
binged the entire thing.
I was obnoxious.
I wanted to smack you. I was like, oh my god, girl.
No, that was back in I guess it was middle school or high school when she was on that show. I never watched Gilmore Girls. I still haven't seen her on it, but people would just be like, "Your mom's terrible." I'm like, you don't know her.
That's
She's
really
great. She's a
funny.
nice lady.
That's really funny.
So other than that,
Other than, yeah, who would you identify with? I'm clearly Miss Patty. And here's why. Aside from the fact that, like, we're built similarly, Miss Patty sticks her nose in everybody's business, which I do. And everything she talks about is sex related, which I do.
Okay,
So I am very much a Miss Patty.
I like it.
I have to go with Laura because I almost got that part.
All right. I'll
I'm
ask.
still licking my wounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so let me ask this.
They didn't give it to me because they didn't think that I looked old enough. Like, there wasn't enough. But then they're like, but that's the whole point. The creators were like, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is that you're supposed to be like sisters and
Because
I
you
was
didn't get the part
technically
because you
I
didn't
was
look
technically
old enough.
old enough. Yes.
That
The
happens to her a lot,
The
actually.
executives, like,
Really?
the creators really fought, and then the executives were like, no, she just doesn't look old enough.
Well, I mean, you still don't look old enough, but
Yes, I do.
not really.
Yeah.
Who would you be?
I guess Alexis. I don't know what her
Rory?
Yeah, Rory.
I like that you haven't seen the show. Have you been to the set?
Yeah.
You didn't watch the show.
Yeah. She's been to the set.
I think I was walking around in the background. If you look carefully at some of my mom's shows, I'm just somewhere in there. Just walking
I'm
around.
She was on
redo this.
Witches. She was on.
Well, where were you on Witches?
I was in
ER.
both seasons. I was on a date in the first season in the back of the what's the bar name? Something about
The Bent Elbow.
And then I was in the second season in a 70s flashback as a disco dancing.
I remember that episode.
Yeah. I'm twirling somewhere back there.
That's so
No,
exciting.
you were more than twirling. You were Eric's little.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's right.
She was always
Oh my
on
God.
his arm, and if you look at all the different shots with Eric,
Wow.
she was like the gangster's like hot girl. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
so
that's proud
cool.
about that. Yeah, so I'm around.
That's awesome. So then the Gilmore Girls reboot is coming back at the end of this month. Everyone's very excited.
Yeah.
Any chance we'll see you in it?
No. I was gonna try to tease it with them.
I was really excited about that.
You know.
I really wanted that.
Yeah. I had two things going on at the same time, so.
I see
That's
how it
fair.
is. I see how it is.
You know.
All right. Well, that's okay. Fine. We're boycotting the Gilmore Girls reboot. Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, I can't.
But I like it.
Thanks.
I like your thinking.
Thank you. Mina, you're performing tonight.
Yeah.
You want to tell everybody where you're going to be tonight?
I'm going to be at the Venice Beach Bar, which is in Venice. It's
What?
Yeah, I know.
Is it
believe
on
or
the
not.
beach?
It's
Yeah.
literally on the
Oh my
boardwalk.
God.
It's a
right on the
great
water.
little spot.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'll be on at 9 o'clock. It originally says 8. It'll be closer to 9. And I'm with my live band.
Oh.
We're actually going to go rehearse after this.
Okay.
They're doing all of her music.
So Kings and Queens.
Kings and Queens are definitely happening. Couple covers, a little bit of Justin Bieber if you're into that. Some Sarah Bareilles.
I tweeted at you because there's an Adele song that every time it starts playing, I think it's you.
Somebody else, I think Sarah told me that too. It's the yeah.
Send Your Lover,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Somebody said
So you
that
should
too.
do that.
Yeah,
Why
I'm gonna
haven't
do
you covered that
it.
yet?
Sorry.
Because
I'm so bad
every
with
time I'm
covers.
like, oh my god, oh no, this is Adele.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
a nice
totally do
compliment.
it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice compliment.
Adele is the best. Yeah, I'll
She's
definitely do it.
amazing. Well, thank you both so much for coming.
Thank you for
course.
inviting us into your bed.
Yes,
Always.
it's comfy.
Thanks. Thank you for joining me in the bed. And of course, everyone can find you at Mina Tobias _
Mhm.
and at Mädchen Amick.
Yeah.
And I'm Yael Tygiel everywhere at Yael Tygiel. Also, I have a podcast. It's called Intimate Interrogations. It's on iTunes and Stitcher, and sometimes it is filthy, but sometimes it's not. So check that out, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.